If every human disappeared tomorrow, which pet would survive? Dogs might stay loyal, but loyalty doesn't feed you. Birds would struggle without their cages open. Hamsters and fish wouldn't stand a chance. But cats? Cats would simply blink, stretch, and move on. They love us deeply, but they don't need us to survive. And that's exactly what makes them one of the most remarkable animals on the planet. Today, we're going to explore why cats are the only pets that could truly survive without humans, how their biology, instincts, and intelligence give them everything they need to thrive on their own. This isn't a story about independence. It's a story about evolution, design, and quiet strength, the traits that make cats perfectly built for survival. To understand why cats would survive without us, we have to start with their biology. Cats were never truly domesticated, at least not in the way dogs were. Dogs were shaped by humans through selective breeding for thousands of years. We made them hunters, guards, and companions. Cats, on the other hand, chose to live alongside us. Thousands of years ago, wild cats began hanging around human settlements because of the rodents drawn to stored grain. Humans benefited from pest control, and the cats benefited from easy meals. But we didn't train them, and we didn't breed them into submission. They remained self-sufficient predators, capable of hunting, surviving, and thriving with or without us. Even today, every domestic cat carries the instincts of a hunter. Their bodies are built for stealth and precision, retractable claws for silent movement, night vision 6 times stronger than ours, and reflexes that make them one of the most efficient killers in nature. A cat doesn't need a grocery store or a food bowl. All it needs is opportunity. Every pet species has something humans provide that they can't easily get on their own. Dogs need pack structure, birds need warmth, fish need filtration. Cats, they can recreate everything they need. Their diets come straight from instinct. Cats are obligate carnivores, meaning their bodies are designed to eat only meat. They don't need grains, fruits, or vegetables, just small prey. Studies of feral cats around the world show that they can live entirely off small mammals, insects, and birds. In urban areas, they adapt quickly, scavenging when necessary and hunting when possible. Even in extreme climates, cats adapt fast. They can regulate their body temperature by grooming, altering activity levels, and finding shade or warmth. Their coats adjust seasonally, thickening in cold environments and shedding in heat. And while domestic cats may seem soft and spoiled, their instincts never fade. Give a house cat 2 days outdoors and it remembers exactly how to hunt. That's not luck, that's evolution refusing to let go. Humans like to think we domesticated cats, but in truth, cats domesticated themselves. When they moved closer to our settlements thousands of years ago, they didn't do it because they needed protection. They did it because it was convenient. They chose us, and they could just as easily choose to walk away. Genetic studies show that domestic cats differ very little from their wild ancestors. The main changes are behavioral. They're less fearful of humans, slightly smaller, and more tolerant of sharing space. But the wildness remains. Inside every calm, purring lap cat is a solitary predator perfectly capable of fending for itself. That's what sets cats apart from every other pet species. They coexist with us, not depend on us. If humans vanished tomorrow, cats wouldn't panic, they'd hunt. Even a well-fed house cat has a hunting success rate of about 30% in the wild, which is remarkably high. Their stealth, patience, and explosive reflexes make them apex predators in miniature. Feral cat populations have proven this all over the world. In Australia, for example, feral cats are responsible for hunting billions of small animals each year, reshaping entire ecosystems. Cats don't hunt because they're hungry, they hunt because it's who they are. Their brains are wired for it. The moment something moves, their eyes lock, muscles tense, and instinct takes over. That instinct doesn't need human guidance. It's ancient, precise, and unstoppable. One of the most incredible things about cats is how adaptable they are. From tropical jungles to frozen towns in northern Russia, cats live everywhere humans do and often beyond. They can thrive in cities, forests, deserts, or farms. In urban environments, stray cats form loose colonies, cooperating for safety while still hunting individually. In rural areas, they control rodent populations with ruthless efficiency. On islands, they can even become dominant predators. Cats are opportunists. They don't just survive, they take over. If humans disappeared, cats would simply expand into the spaces we left behind. Empty houses would become shelters. Fields and cities would become new hunting grounds. Within months, cats would reclaim their ancestral lifestyle completely. Most pets depend on human approval. Dogs crave leadership, birds need attention, and rodents rely on constant care. Cats, they like us, but they don't need us. They form emotional bonds, yes, but those bonds are built on trust and choice, not dependency. A cat's affection is freely given, never forced. This independence comes from their natural lifestyle. Cats evolved as solitary hunters. They didn't rely on packs or social hierarchies to survive. That independence is so deeply rooted that even when domesticated, it never disappears. This is why cats can spend hours alone without distress. They can handle isolation, self-regulate stress, and even manage their emotional state without external reassurance. It's not coldness, it's confidence. Cats love by choice, not necessity. And that's one of the purest forms of companionship there is. Even the most pampered house cat displays survival behaviors daily, small glimpses of their wild ancestry hiding beneath domestic calm. When your cat needs a blanket, it's recreating the motion kittens use to stimulate milk flow. In the wild, this behavior helps mark territory and signal comfort. When your cat stares out the window for hours, it's not bored, it's mentally mapping territory, scanning for prey, and observing threats. When they bury their waste, it's an instinct to hide scent from predators. When they lick themselves constantly, it's not vanity, it's self-preservation, controlling temperature and scent. Every tiny action, from pawing at water to sudden zoomies, comes from thousands of years of survival evolution. Unlike dogs who rely on human hierarchy, cats can instantly shift from domestic to wild mode. When left outdoors, cats rapidly reclaim survival behaviors, stealth, scavenging, and territorial defense. Studies of feral populations show that once released, even generations of domestic cats can re-establish self-sufficient colonies within weeks. Their instincts don't fade with comfort. They sleep beneath our roofs but dream of wilderness. They play with toys but think of prey. That's the paradox of the cat, a creature of comfort built for independence. Of course, this independence has a dark side. Feral cats, while incredible survivors, can wreak havoc on local wildlife. Their efficiency as hunters makes them a threat to small species that have no defense against them. But even this speaks to their adaptability. Cats didn't ask to be spread across the planet, humans did that. We carried them on ships and into colonies where they thrived because nature had already perfected them. Their survival is both a triumph and a reminder they are wild at heart, no matter how domesticated they seem. Here's the paradox that makes cats so special. They're the only pets that could live without us, yet they choose not to. Every time your cat curls up on your lap or rubs against your leg, that's a choice. They could leave, fend for themselves, and never look back. But they don't. They stay not out of dependence, but out of connection. That's what makes their affection so powerful. It's not driven by need, but by trust. They don't love us because they must. They love us because they want to. That's what separates cats from every other animal we've domesticated. They remind us that true companionship isn't ownership. It's respect between equals. Cats would survive without us, but we would not be the same without them. They are the perfect balance between wild and domestic, instinct and emotion, solitude and affection. They remind us that strength doesn't have to be loud and independence doesn't mean loneliness. If humans disappeared, cats would endure. They would hunt, adapt, and rebuild the world in silence. But as long as we're here, they'll stay by our side not because they need us, but because they choose to share their world with us. And that perhaps is the greatest mystery of all, a creature perfectly capable of walking away, yet still deciding to stay. If you love learning about the secret world of cats, subscribe to Furry Facts and help us reach 1,000 subscribers. Because understanding cats isn't about control, it's about respect, wonder, and realizing just how extraordinary they really are.